Okay, welcome back to turn 21 for heavy hitters. That's what we're doing. It's like silly o'clock in the morning right now. What are we looking at this turn? Titan has kind of got a bit of a toehold in the end of the sunken lane. I'm interested to see what he's going to do with this Panther. Because, obviously, he's going to be able to see this stuff shooting at him down the long part of it. And I want to see if he wants to try and bypass it by pushing this way, which is going to give me more time to react. There's a half track pushing up that way. Or whether he's going to put the Panther into the lane to try and clear it so he has a secure flank and he's going to continue pushing this way. That's quite a big deal actually, because if that Panther goes into the lane, it's not going to be able to see very much, and I'm only going to be dealing with one Panther over there, which admittedly is in a bit of a pain in the arse position, but the Hellcat, which I'm shuffling out of there because I think it got spotted, it's not impossible that the Hellcat might be able to get it somewhere, reorientate and start pinging it. So we've got all that to look forward to over there. On the left, the platoon that ran up there is now running back, so I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'm sure I want to shoot them. And we're still eyeballing this corner here with the Jackson in the hope that we might be able to kill something tanky. So that's about all that's going on. Let's just press go. This mortar team is greyed out because it's getting into the Jeep, I think. They're running in there and... Oh, it might be because they're being shot at and I didn't notice in the last turn. So that's like a directed on that. There goes that Jeep. But yeah, it might be a good idea here to reorientate the Hellcat to cover this flank. You can't really expect the Jeep to do very much of anything. Especially not against tanks and things. Well, I did think it was relatively out of sight. Yep, there goes that Jeep as well. Yeah, so we just had 2 consecutive turns in the attack and the defense where we took 0 casualties. That was never going to last. Yeah, see the gunner got knocked off there. And that one, yes, panicked, reversed and got killed. Thank you, TAC-AI. Let's see where things ended up here. Okay, so he just drove that half track up to offload the men in there. That's interesting. So maybe he is going after the sunken road. And yeah, next turn we should be able to destroy that. That 223. But yeah, let's check out what happened over on this flank. What are the little guys doing here? May take a little while for the HQ Greyhound to get its eye in again. It's a pity it's not using the machine gun really, but that's life. But these guys don't look like they're having a fun time. Oh yes, definitely a casualty there. And oh, that's a lone survivor. Excellent. Yeah. So that's, those shells still going off somewhere interesting. Has he moved his tanks? No, he hasn't. There's a high chance that he has no idea where the Jackson is. In theory, they are just about out of visual range of each other, which is kind of annoying. Let's see actually what we got here, because we were shooting up that crossing HMG team, weren't we? So we got at least one of them. Oh, that's an over. Come on. Also an over. Aiming helps, guys. You should give that a go. Boom! That'll do. There's one. Bit short. Another, so that's 2. Yeah, 2 out of a 5-man team, that'll do. No, you can't cross out in the open. And oh yeah, these guys did actually get some shots in as well. Titan's really still mortaring this area, which is interesting because it's practically this. I mean, obviously he knows about that Jeep, that's why he's mortaring that. But you know, use your mortars up. You haven't even got to the street fighting yet. Yeah. So we can really sort of see that when we're looking at it, but because of the way the targeting works, it's over a kilometre away, and the Jackson has no idea it's there. Well, it has a spotting, very old spotting contact. Let's just see what's happening with these guys, actually. That, like, little half a fighting there. Not a lot. Okay, cool. Looks like we've successfully fended off whatever's going on out here. Let's check the right. Well, this is the reason he moved the Hummel up then, to shoot up the mortar teams here. So obviously the mortars have been really annoying him. That's like a direct hit though there. That's, yeah, less of that. Yeah, better run away. We saw a little bit of contact here. Are these guys? Yeah, they're just. It might just be 2 of them, judging by the position of the icon. So, what do we actually get here? What does this Jeep do in its rampant stupidity? Nothing. It has literally just gotten spooked. Or did I give it some orders? I can't remember. I don't think I did. But yeah, funny enough, when you reverse away from the sound contact, you get killed. Yeah. One of the problems on this flank is that this cavalry platoon has basically been in non-stop contact since turn 1. And they've taken a lot of casualties, and it's generally an unpleasant experience for them. And the quick version of all this is that they're not in a very good morale state, should we say. So even the Greyhound is actually broken. They lost their tank commander at some point, didn't they? Yeah, there goes the 223. where did that hit? That hit that bush right in front of it. So yeah, next turn, that thing with its machine gun is not going to be able to do very much against the Greyhound, so the Greyhound should be able to nail it in the next turn. Because that first shot was bang on, so... And this Panther's turret moves at some point. So I don't know if it's seen anything there, or if it's reacting to something else. It's not the tanks, because they are very much completely hull down. What the hell are you doing? Why are you facing that way? What's going on here? Bloody double check that. Oh, you seem confused. I'm trying to get up to about here. This kind of area. But other news, the Hellcat has gotten away. Which is obviously good. That looks like Titan is sending some... He's using his HQ units as scouts. He's actually seeing them. It's got to be that team. He's sending them down to this road just to probe resistance up that way. Apart from that, we've got this... It's quite interesting how he's... Like, when in my attack, I'm using half-tracks a lot. So it's interesting to see him, you know, pushing all this way up with the infantry, getting smacked around by mortars and machine gun fire, and then deciding, let's use the half-tracks. That's an interesting one. I would use the half-tracks straight away. So, yeah, they are probably going to run away. Fair enough. It's not fun getting shot at. That mortar team actually died, didn't it? Oh, no, he's still going. He's run away. These guys are... should be... Yeah, next one more turn, they should be able to grab all the ammo from that Jeep. And you guys haven't actually fired a shot in that time. That's annoying, but hey ho. Getting more shots from the Hummel as well. So we don't get any overshoots and goes down there and smacks the Jeep up. That would be annoying. Yeah. Apart from all that, we're in a relatively good state. Where are these guys now? Over here. You guys can't say anything, but you guys can. Yeah, that should do. And we'll just keep up the fire with the HE Greyhound because it still has 17 rounds left. That's obviously going through that little gap is confusing the hell out of the pixel weapon, so. You're still going in a straight line, so you get to go first. We'll actually pop you around here and go this way. I think it was up to about here, wasn't it? Yeah. just wondering actually from up here whether I'll be able to like slip the the Hellcat in and get some shots on that Panther, but he's not playing that badly with his Panthers. They are proving kind of difficult to smack up. Silly Sherman, just wait 20 seconds for that one to go past, and then follow it. And we'll shuffle those guys into position on the next turn. Now, have we got any positions we can set this MG up? I don't know, it's covering the field pretty well still, so I'm trying to think of anywhere it might be able to or anywhere I might be able to send it where it would be able to cover off on this side, and I'm not sure there actually is anywhere. Alright, let's think about something we can do with this Hellcat. It kind of depends if, like we talked about in the last turn, whether Titan pushes down the sunken road or it pushes this way. One is painful and one takes a long time. So, I think we'll keep the Hellcat. Yeah, there's another part of me, obviously, that wants to get it, like, now that one of the Panthers is kind of scurried away, part of me wants to get it doing a bit of shoot and scoot from inside the village. So could at least knock the Hummel out. Let's see, is there anywhere where we can get a shot on the Hummel without too many problems? Obviously what I'm looking for here is a position where I'm screened off from the Panthers at the possibility of pop-ups from up here, and where I can get some hits in on the Hummel without particularly exposing myself, and as an added bonus what about here? That's a very difficult shot, but I need to be able to get into the position and out of the position really quickly. So we're keyholing through there, won't we? No, that's probably going through too many layers of stuff. The other fun alternative would be to pop the Hellhound up, Hellcat up about here. Yeah, let's do that. So, okay, we want it about here instead. Or maybe a touch to the left. In line with that tree, isn't it? This should take more than one turn, so I should be able to, like... Oh yeah, that's all hull down. And just as an added bonus, we're also more than... Oh, okay. If he did pop something up there, he might be able to see it, actually. But I don't think he's got any... If he has any tanks up there, I would have seen it by now. Oh, let's give that a bash. And for the time being, we'll keep you on a target armor arc. Because I don't want you to bother engaging any infantry, I just want you to shoot stuff. Shoot tanks and things. It would be nice to get rid of the Hummel. If Titan has come to the conclusion that he can use the Hummel to just start destroying buildings here. Though he does seem to be, you know, he's not a fan of using all his ammunition up by the looks of it. He's still aiming at those guys. Yeah. Let's shuffle that Jeep back as well, actually, because it's getting machine gun, it's getting mortared. Pop you back down there. Cool. I think we should be good. It's just going to be an exercise in seeing what happens over here. I'm in position where I can react to it now, or react to it better, but it's just seeing what he does. So hopefully these guys don't get spotted and killed. It's all on you. I can't read American ranks, I don't know what that is. Super Sergeant Gibson. Cool, let's press go and we'll move on to the attack and see how we're doing that. I think we're going to have a look at the church. Hey, welcome back to turn 21 of the attack for heavy hitters. We're actually going to have a look at the church this turn. These guys are going to kind of move their way up. We're going to be suppressing and shooting up some of these buildings here. That's really what we've got eyes on there. We've lost sight of the little mortar team that popped up there. That team is still not been spotted. There's the mortar team, enemy mortar team in there, which is mortaring this kind of area to little effect. This half track got pinged a bit by troops in this house here, so we're now going to be shooting up that house as well. Yeah, I think it's just an exercise here in pressing the go button and seeing what we get. This is a little optimistic. These guys who are going to go have a look at the church might run into some trouble, but I'm kind of taking a very small risk here. It's only 4 guys in my lead expendable platoon, you know, just to see if we can actually push it and we can ramp the timetable up a little bit. A couple more pings off the half track there. And still all of this MG fire going absolutely everywhere. And I feel like the guys might be running back there. They might have changed their mind. Yeah. Let's hope they don't run somewhere stupid though. Okay, so nothing to see out on the flanks at all. No. In fact, we didn't see any enemy contacts. Let's see what happens. I want to see if it's enemy fire that makes them change their mind, or whether I need to just tone down the machine gun fire for a little bit. You know, if they're getting suppressed by all this stuff going in. Yeah, let's all hide behind the same tree. Good move, guys. Is that my machine gun fire or his machine gun fire? I can't tell. I have a feeling it was coming from the church. No, that was my machine gun fire. I think that's the Panther. Yeah. That's cool. We can... we can push these guys back. So we went out there and we got shot up a bit. That's fine. We'll just tone down the fire. And yeah, last thing to check, we had some mortar rounds landing down here, didn't we? Yeah, I think we can call that off now. Do one final check just to see I haven't completely potatoed and missed anything. Yeah, that's fine. Swap that one to machine gun fire to conserve the ammo. Let's just plop you guys in. And swap you to shooting at the top floor, where we're still going to get some suppression effect. They are popping up as pinned, so I don't know how well they're going to react to this stuff, but we were doing pretty well on the last turn, weren't we? So let's just give it a go and see if we can't get them up there. Pretty sure that was just my own machine gun fire ruining that. That mortar needs to stop mortaring that, doesn't it? We can't really see into the village at all, but it actually has a line of sight for smoke in there, so... This guy's going really slowly getting into the half track because, you know, all his friends are dead and he's carrying all of their ammunition. Yeah, we'll get these guys to medic. Yeah, we'll see how long the medicing takes. We might be able to fit these guys into this half track as well. Get them up there. But it's interesting to see the differences again between me and Titan. The way I'm using a lot of my firepower, but a very small portion of my kind of vulnerable infantry, whereas Titan's been sending, you know, at least the kind of company's worth out in the open round here, where they've been getting shot and mortared. Whereas I don't think I've actually taken any infantry casualties yet. A couple of wounded guys. I'm making a distinction here between MG42 teams and the support stuff on the ridge that got mortared the shizzle. I'm making a distinction between them and my actual fighting infantry, if that makes sense. Yeah, we'll give that another go on the next turn, but we are looking pretty good. Let's send it back. It's the defense that worries me, not the attack.